Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 9th bout on the card as we are moving towards our World Championship main event is set for 3 2-minute rounds, and it is back under Muay Thai rules in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, please welcome Zakaria Krapf.
We are cranking through now.
Oh, and we'll be sad when it's over, man. Age difference. Experience difference. Germany by way of Washington, D.C. for Krapf. Look at you're going to see two kids, well, a gentleman and a kid.
Well, listen, 34 is a kid to you and I.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Once you hit 50, everybody's a kid. But you're going to see two gentlemen carved out of stone here. At 150 pounds, maybe they cut down from 160 pounds, but these two are in killer shape.
I was looking at some tape from Zakaria Krapf earlier today, and I saw him in a title fight in a different promotion, and it was a submission by way of triangle, but prior to that moment had been fighting very well.
Yeah, this is a great place for him to be fighting. Of course, he comes from a great gym with Factory X. But a lot of pressure, man. You cannot let it into your mind, not just how many people are watching on pay-per-view, but who's watching. Pro fighters, love watching fighting, obviously. But Letway is a whole different thing. It's tough to get, some guy with 20 MMA fights to get excited about a single fight, but you tell him Dave LeDuc and Cyrus Washington are going to fight in pure free fighting with headbutts and bare knuckles. You get a lot of big name fighters watching this fight, and that should not cross the minds of any of these kids, hopefully.
No, they try to focus at the task at hand and then appreciate what you've done after the fact.
That's right. In the end, what you're looking at is a body type and collection of skills on the
and
other
his
side
opponent,
of the cage, and that's it.
Fighting out of the Nutrition Company of Cheyenne Blue Corner, please welcome Joe Sanderson.
Well, I can tell you one thing. It's been a while since that tape that I watched of Zakaria Krapf earlier because he had a lot of shorter hair now. That's a year or two of growth
That's
there.
Right. It takes time. And for us, it takes a longer time.
I can't grow it that way anymore. I just get the receding.
Yeah.
And whether you can cover it up or not. So this is your first ever trip to Wyoming.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
Flew into Colorado, correct?
Yeah. No, I flew into Austin.
Oh, did you?
So I was in Austin for a number of
beautiful
other things.
city.
It is a beautiful city. And then I came up through Denver.
Did you see the bats in Austin?
Yeah.
Did you go see the bats?
Yes, I did. I was right by it. I was at a hotel literally right by it.
Making sure they're underneath that underpass and the whole deal, right?
And I was there on Halloween. So you see the bats on Halloween. Everybody's out to see them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Austin's beautiful, but man, Wyoming, I get it. I was here for about 3 hours, and I'm like, I get it. I grew up in a small town in Manitoba, central Canada, and there's a lot of that same, a lot of Canadians would like it.
A little rawness to it, right?
Yeah, as well as kindness. These are friendly people. These are open-minded, friendly people. It's also, literally, I couldn't imagine a better place to bring the Letway, Burmese boxing, than bringing it here. The real heart of America.
Well, this walk-in music, it kind of serenades you a little bit.
Yeah, so for a lot of fighters, that's intentional, right? If you're somebody who's too lit, and we need to find that pocket, that emotional arousal pocket. And if you're too high, we'll bring it in just the right gentle music. We'll do it in the way you walk. We'll do it in even the coaches, the way they talk to you. We got to bring you down if you're too jumpy. And if you're too low, we got to bring you up. So it depends on the individual. There's a sweet spot.
Well, the other part of it, too, is you hear about these fighters talking about an adrenaline dump if they get too high.
Big time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this Muay Thai bout is brought to you by ATR Training Systems. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner from Wiesbaden, Germany by way of Washington, D.C., representing Factory X, Zakaria Krapf. And his opponent, fighting out the Nutrition Company of Cheyenne Blue Corner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, representing SKN Muay Thai, Joe Sanderson.
Sanderson seems almost shy.
Yeah, he's got that smooth smooth look a little bit, got a little flashy shorts too.
Yeah, those guys, I'm always like, you don't want to fight these quiet, shy types.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, you just don't know. Like,
it's always the quietest guy in the room you fear.
That's right. And this is a quiet guy, and we should fear him. I can feel it. But these two will match up nicely.
I've seen Krapf in the past. He comes out with a lot of high energy early in the fight. We'll see if that transpires and holds true here, because it is a different fight.
And Sanderson being mellow, wow, look, and he just digs the shin immediately.
He follows in. Look at the power on that turning kick.
Ooh, and he may be mellow, but he is an intense mellow, if that makes sense.
Oh, and look at the power this guy's got on. He throws everything with a bad intention.
Yeah, and when he throws the right kick, watch his left foot. He just opens it up wide and just opens those hips up so he can drill it in. That check would have hurt off the hard part of the bone, the upper bone.
What I've noticed is his defense. Once he throws that, he's got those arms tight where he's not allowing a counter. Nice elbow.
Yeah. And then back to the low kick.
Couple big shots.
So it's a head kick. A falling.
Oh, yeah.
No.
He doesn't know where he's at.
No.
He does
He's
not
hurt.
know where he's at.
Yeah.
Boy, if he's going to recover from this, that's a heck of a recovery, because Zakaria Krapf's got to go forward too, because Krapf got it.
So Krapf landed the head kick mid-kick, and that's smart. And if you're Krapf, you're looking for the right hand now. You want to land your right hand. You don't need to throw the same kick. Ooh, folded that thigh.
Boy, Krapf going forward, knowing that he has Sanderson in trouble, but Sanderson just absorbed a big-time shot.
Yeah, Krapf is starting to get into it now, and it's good. When you got these mellow guys, if you can shake them just a touch, can really be helpful. But Sanderson keeps going back to shin into the quadricep.
Got to wonder if that's going to be a 10-8 round with that big knockdown.
You know our team will have it in between rounds, should this go the 22 seconds now. What you'll notice is Krapf was falling when the kick landed, and because he wasn't attached to the earth, that's probably the difference why Sanderson's still in it.
Why he's still there and not out.
That's
because
right.
That was a big-time land. The ability, we saw him trying to recover. He was not all there at 5 or 6.
No, neurologically impaired, no question. And but he's in it now.
I think he's kind of refound himself, that JR, because that was a big-time shot.
Big-time shot, and he took the 10-8, or he took the 10 count, so that does make it a 10-8 round for Sanderson, Krapf. So Sanderson, great job with those leg kicks, but Krapf got the scoring for the knockdown.
Let's see if the guys have the replay of that. Now, I think it's during the kick, and so during low kick, and on the next low kick, I think is when we'll see the head kick. Mid kick, it's called an interruption. See if that's what it is. He's drawing him, throws the punch, throws the hook. No, oh yes.
Boom, there it is.
Bink.
There's the opening.
Yep, bink. It's an interruption. It's a simultaneous hit. And because he was being hit, he thought he was in an MMA fight.
Hey, great. Krapf's been in MMA before. That was the video I was watching where he was submitted, because you jump right back on there. You have to kind of, whoa, okay, I'm Muay Thai tonight.
Yeah, you have to, the rule structures create the art. What you cannot do is what dictates how you fight.
Well, that was interesting, opening 2 minutes, because Sanderson certainly was able to recover there.
It's interesting because there were so many things that happened simultaneously. He was off balance when he was hit. He was hitting when he was hit, but he was also impaired. There was a wobble. There was that characteristic wobble when we call it buzzed or dinged or, neurologically affected. You call it what you want, but it affected him.
Well, and I thought that when Sanderson came out, he knows that he's down that 10-8, and he knows he's got to do something here.
The arcs of those elbows are really, really sharp. And the knees here, this will do a lot of work here. And then the elbow.
Big power by Sanderson, and really kudos to him for recovering in that short 1 minute that he had.
Yes, I also really like the idea. Hey, look, we have 4 minutes. We want to win every minute, but we don't have to go crazy here. We're starting by winning minutes. Late in the fight, we can try to finish this game.
Absolutely. Get a little bit back. You don't have to get it all back at once. Oh, nice sweep right there.
Also, hey man, if we start to pull out front now by applying the right discipline to how we're winning these minutes, maybe we'll get a 10-8 as well. right?
Oh, Krapf comes over the top. Krapf ducked there when Sanderson came over the top. Sanderson coming with the uppercut, and then Zakaria kind of scoots out of the way. Oh, nice knee to the body. That was a big shot. That scored.
Krapf tried to bounce in with 2 punches to the body, but in doing so, he placed himself into the range to get controlled here. And I think we will see a 10-8 round.
That's
here.
like a 4 or 5 kick knee combination right there into the liver. That hurts.
Yeah, you know, the hepatic trauma is one of these things that you don't fall down because of the pain. It literally shuts down your body. They call it a button, and it's like a button. Your body just won't do stuff.
And if you don't think you can be knocked out by a body shot, then you haven't been in the ring. A couple of big-time knees here up against the cage. Sanderson is just employing the punishment.
Ooh, Krapf, hey man, good on him to be able to get himself up and to be able to handle that. But Sanderson not only, and JR, even the round, yes.
Yeah, Krapf able to absorb a ton of punishment, but that's not how you want to win a fight, is by showing how tough you are. Sanderson showing how tough he is on the comeback, and he made that a 10-8 round. So right now, I have it like both these guys are coming out of the dressing room for round 1. It's all even, folks.
Well, yeah, they're coming out of the dressing room if they just had a car accident before they went into the dressing room, right?
Wait, JR, how about who's in the corner there? A little bit of a MMA royalty from Factory X.
And look at the abuse that he took here. But good on him for getting up. So
both these fighters have been tested.
Yes, they have. And 2 things happened in Sanderson's favor. Big things. 1, hey, we evened it up. And 2, I think we learned how to beat this kid. The things we did that worked, he's not going to have an answer for in 1 minute. So we know where the battlefield that we want this fight to take place in is in the clinch.
Well, this one's been an entertaining one. We'll see which style can finish this up. Both have had 10-8 rounds.
Oh, it's a jab.
Oh, nice elbow as well coming inside.
So Sanderson uses just a simple jab to get into the clinch. And now on his first clinch, he uses the outside trip to destabilize his man. He didn't rush into the knees to the body. A minute 35 seconds is a long time in hand-to-hand combat. And look, just goes in behind the guard, just enough to get into the clinch. And I said Krapf wouldn't be able to learn how to deal with this any different in 1 minute. I was wrong. He's made some very, very good adjustments. A step knee of his own.
Yep, step knee of his own. Then Sanderson comes back with a couple of elbows. Both these fighters feeling the fight could be theirs because of the dominant rounds that they had.
And you don't have to, you just have to win this round. I don't know if he got warned for
the
something.
Low kick, perhaps?
Maybe.
Or was his head?
Yeah, the control of the head, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Krapf, there are times where Krapf, as, you know, a sports analogy, he loses the ball in the sun, right? And he's entering with his head there too, where he loses the ball in the sun. And when he does right here, he just kind of turtles underneath. He tries to shrink down, and that's why he's getting pieced up in the clinch here.
Oh, big time couple of elbows, and then Sanderson going with the knees and just deploying the damage right now with 40 seconds left. That's it.
Yeah.
He's calling it.
Good call. Good call. Yeah. That was real nice, Joe Sanderson. Real nice, man.
He pieced him up like you were talking about. JR, we saw both fighters have a 10-8 round, but Sanderson came back with the deciding blows.
And it was the well-roundedness of Sanderson's game that was so impressive. He did it with knees. He did it with elbows. He used his fists. He put in some nice kicks. There didn't seem to be a weakness, and whenever it was the opportune time to throw a specific technique, he had a great choice of technique that he went with. Really just a cerebral fight for Sanderson.
The path of least resistance. When it's there, he took it. You know, beautiful, really wonderful performance there. And the stoppage, I think, is good. Tucks an uppercut under the armpit.
Nice elbow. And you know what I thought that he did well is you see it there. He saw what was working, and Zakaria Krapf could not defend that, so he came back with the same strike.
Yep, and then he right there. Now you see he's not looking in the direction of it. He actually is losing the ball in the sun, like I said. He's not quite sure how to handle it here. When that happens, exactly. When that happens, you get brutalized. And here he is. And these are all legal. And he's going to the head here. He doesn't land, but even the arms. This is smashing him up. And Zakaria Krapf, I hope he's very proud of this fight, and he very well should be. But, man, he's going to be in a lot of pain tomorrow, all over his body. JR is nodding.
It won't wait until tomorrow before the pain hits.
Yeah, you're right.
Both these fighters smiling at each
and
other.
Gentlemen, referee Oscar Martinez calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 22 seconds of the third and final round. Declaring the winner by TKO, Joe Sanderson.
And Krapf will be smiling in the pain because he earned it. He earned that sore body. He earned it with his heart and his guts and his will.
Bailey Winters having the post-fight interview right now.
All right, guys, I'm here with your winner, Joe. Joe, this is the first TKO of the night. Big finish there at the end. How do you feel about your performance?
I feel good. I'm a little winded. It's really high up here. I'm from Pittsburgh. This is crazy.
The elevation definitely plays a difference. That first round, you started out landing some really powerful leg kicks. Then you started working in the clinch, landing those beautiful knees, beautiful elbows, sweeps, all of it. What was the game plan, and how did you feel you executed it tonight?
Well, it's chop the legs and march in and clinch. That was my game plan. I got rocked really hard. I wish that wouldn't have happened, but credit to Zach. That was really nice. Good fighter. Respect to him and his whole camp.
You looked great everywhere. Like I said, leg kicks, clinch, everything. Are you going to be back fighting some Muay Thai for Sparta again soon?
Nothing would make me happier. That'd be great. I want to real quick thank Chris and Justin here from Colorado for helping me out, cornering me. SKN Gym at home. My girlfriend for traveling with me out here and watching me do this stupid shit.
Congratulations on a great fight. We'll see you again soon.
One of the things that Joe Sanderson was able to do, which sometimes you don't see at the amateur level, is the getting hurt and coming back. Because a lot of time at the amateur, they haven't been to that part yet. They haven't been to that point of a fight.